Welcome to this session. So for this session, we will be doing a pick a card and then an SRT clearing on the topic of trust. To start off, we have 3 piles to choose from. These are the themes for each pile. I'll give you a moment to choose which one is best for you. And also for this video too, and just for any other ones, I want to kind of start mentioning whether you want to take advantage of listening to the pick a cards and the SRT or one or the other, you're more than welcome to. The energy is still there. My intention is that you still receive whatever support it is that you need. So, all right, I'll give you a second. And again, 1, 2, 3. All right, for pile number 1, let's see what the theme is for you. Live from your heart. I'm loving the colors. My attention is being pulled to this kind of pinkish, orangish type area, which is making me think about the heart. Depending on what you believe, some say that the normal frequency color for the heart is green and then the higher heart is pink, but you can do either or. They both carry the same or similar frequencies. But my attention is being pulled to this. I'm seeing a visual of someone dancing, but then it also feels like your heart is kind of dimmed, like your radiance, your glow is dimmed right now. You're not able to shine fully as you would like. I'm seeing someone that desires more freedom in their life, freedom to travel, to create a life actually where you can be location independent. You can move around as you want and still be financially okay. Someone that desires to see the world. A part of you views the world as the whole world as your playground. You're not limited to just the place that you're at. And yeah, so you desire more freedom overall in your life and more space to grow and move. Okay, let's see what else we got. Which pile? I got a couple cards over here. Okay, my attention is being pulled to what to let go of. So let's see, what is it? Pile 1, you let go of when it comes to trust. That's it. Okay. All right, we have 2 cards. Surrender to sleep and rest, or rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. Surrender, denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So automatically for surrender to rest and sleep, I felt like someone that's constantly go, go, go. They feel like to get to actually work towards this goal, if this is something you're actively working towards or not, and not just thinking about it, you feel like you have to hustle, constantly moving and doing stuff, like kind of like the phrase "I'll rest when I die" type energy. And in doing so, it feels like the opposite of what you kind of need. Don't get me wrong, there's still the very real 3D aspect of sometimes you need to maybe put in a little bit more work, pick up some shifts or whatever it is you need to do to take care of your financial needs. And there's also this call to slow down, to not constantly hustle, to start to call in the energy and frequency of ease more, honoring that process. And maybe journaling on what you want to manifest is kind of coming through. For denial, I'm hearing you're depending on the wrong people for your goals, for moving towards your goals. And I saw a visual of a mouth kind of being closed. So maybe also even keeping some of the things that you're working on manifesting to yourself into their more actualized into the 3D. So yeah, it feels like some discernment is needed around who you share your goals with, who you talk to about it, and because realistically, and not saying that these people, it doesn't necessarily feel like these people don't wish the best for you or want to see you happy. But realistically, even subconsciously, unconsciously, sometimes we can have envy, jealous, or things like that. And that energy sometimes can impede on what you have going on. Don't get me wrong, you don't need to be afraid or scared or anything else to talk about what you desire in your life. And that's a great thing in the better spaces, or maybe when you have things more rooted in within yourself. But yeah, it's just a call to tap into discernment more around when you share things, who you share things with, things like that. Okay. What we got? Okay, and call to this Angels Messenger, the Angels Guides deck. The messages for pile number 1 around trust. Okay, this whole deck kind of popped out. And this one. Oh, actually, nope. I want to take that out. Okay. So, power and intention. Yeah. Okay. And yes, kind of grabbed my attention when it flipped over from the couple cards that popped out. So, kind of like what I was saying is, maybe journaling, becoming more intentional around what it is you're trying to bring about, what it is you're trying to manifest, what it is you're trying to actualize into your life. And because basically, like the phrase is, where your attention and energy goes, that's kind of what comes, that's what builds, that's what grows, that's what continues to show up. I want to mention it's not going to be like an overnight thing most of the time. You know, for some people, they do have overnight shifts, like complete shifts in their life. So that is possible. But it's a note on here for patience is coming through. It's not going to be an overnight process. And at the same time, you might be surprised how quickly things can move when you really shift your focus and your attention towards this thing. Even if you only start with 1 or 2 minutes a day of literally closing your eyes, taking some deep breaths, sitting or laying down and really visualizing and what it is you desire. Like seeing those situations, like, oh, you traveling and what you're going to wear, the people you might come in, like really start to meditate and think about the situations and how you would feel in those situations for what it is you're trying to bring about. And it's a yes. A yes feels like, yes, this is an aligned choice for you, because I'm also getting like, is this for me? Like, is this something I'm meant to have and experience in my life? Yes, you are. It's just a call to rest, reset, recalibrate, maybe think about how you're going about certain things, certain actions you're taking, and put a little bit more energy into focusing and working on manifesting that. Okay, I got a new, well, it's not a new deck to me, but I haven't pulled it out yet on here, but it's my essential oil deck. Felt like it wanted to come out for what essential oils can be possibly supportive for you. Pile number 1. I got some decks over here on the side. I'm just pulling what feels like for each deck. I mean, for each pile. So I might, here we go. Okay. Monthly. This is the first time this has ever came out, ever. And I've had this deck for years. This one is for the doTERRA, DOTERRA oil blends. So I haven't heard of monthly, so this might be one of their blends, because I used to get them all the time, but I didn't, so I'm not quite sure. So we're just gonna read the rest of it and see what comes through. But the theme is receptivity, makes sense. And trigger statement, I am guarded. True statement, my heart is open. This is a time for you to receive your new information. Open your heart to receive it. Okay, let me see. I got something, but I'm gonna read this first. The other one is patchouli. Trigger statement: I hate my body. True statement: my body is a temple. Remember that you are a spiritual being having an earthly experience. Revere your loyal, sacred body. And the theme is earthly. Okay, so, because I was like, I'm not really sure what the monthly is. I think that's a name of a blend. But what I was thinking when I was reading it is maybe I got new moon. So maybe starting to work with the moon cycles or the new moon specifically, even if if you're not into it that much, the moon cycles, things like that. But maybe if nothing else, maybe starting to do this practice, like an in-depth practice around the new moon. And then where you write, where you do these visualizations. So maybe throughout the month, you only do it for a minute or so a day. Maybe around the new moon, you get more in depth. You do journal, life scripting. You might dance, or you might do some type of ritual or clearing or whatever it may be to work on this goal. So I'm gonna just kind of leave that at that. Patchouli, my body is a temple. Okay. This feels like going back to this card, surrender to rest and sleep, like honoring your body's needs. Because at the end of the day, you can't really work against your body. In a sense you can, but if you work against your body, not giving it what it needs, it's gonna work against you per se. Our bodies are here to protect us and keep us safe, but the body can only take so much. It can take a lot, and depending on each person, that capacity is different. But it's gonna come to a point where if you don't honor your body's needs, if you don't give yourself rest or nourishment, sleep, hydration, good food, whatever it may be, going to the doctor, eventually it's gonna shut down and you're not gonna have a choice but to stop. And then you might have to stop longer than you planned. Versus if you honor your body throughout the process, it's gonna keep working with you slowly, creating more space. So I'm gonna leave that at that, but you could work with the frequency of patchouli. If you have the oil, you can work with it, or you can just call in the energy of patchouli. I was gonna say something else. Oh, and for my heart is open, receptivity. Also just open yourself up. I'm thinking of rose. Rose is what's coming through me. So we're gonna say patchouli and rose for you. I'm also, I'm seeing nettle a little bit. It's not really an essential oil, that's an herb, but I'm seeing nettle, Nettle. And hibiscus kind of flashed, so I'm not quite sure, but we're gonna go with that. Hibiscus is also one that you can work with for bringing more sacredness into your life. So, okay. Do we want to do, yes, and last one. And with any essential oil, if you decide to use it, you can use it in different ways. You can add it to your bath, add it to the shower floor so you can smell it as you shower. You can add it to a diffuser. You can put it on your body, but you need to put it into a carrier oil to dilute the potency of it, because essential oil straight can be harmful to the skin. So like coconut oil, almond oil, grapeseed oil, whatever oil you can take for your skin, you can put a few drops in small little container of whatever that carrier oil is and use it to anoint yourself, rub it on your body or on your temple or on your heart space, whatever it may be. There's other ways you can work with it too, but all right, what forms of self-care can how, number one, utilize for the topic of trust in regards to this? One only, I'm hearing. Energy work. Oh my goodness, this card just loves to come out. Okay, energy work. Okay, kind of what I'm saying. I'm getting a flash again of you writing, because that's going to shift the energy. But yeah, you're starting to focus your energy, like I said, and your attention on these things. It feels like There's not so much movement based, other than like, you know, if you want to take walks, exercise, stretch, dance, things like that, enjoyable forms of movement. I'm not feeling too much coming in because it feels like there's a need to really slow down. Like I said, doing the journaling, the life scripting, things like that, just like I mentioned, starting to just put your focus and your intention more on what you truly desire. This life of freedom and location independency, or, you know, being location independent, things like that. So, okay. All right. Pile number 1. Anything else? Okay. I'm not really sure what this has to do with anything, but I'm gonna just mention it. I'm hearing and seeing charter bus. Like literally, that's all I'm getting is charter bus. I don't know if that's relevant to anyone for a possible trip or something that you were possibly thinking about doing. I'm not sure, but charter bus, that's what I got. So, okay, moving on to pile number 2. All right, pile number 2. Let's see what you have. So this is your theme on the topic of trust. Psychic knowing. Ooh, okay. First off the bat, automatically, which aligns with the card, I heard trust your intuition. Okay, let's see. There's something you know you're not saying. For some people, there's a conversation that needs to be had. There's something that has come to you through your own connection to spirit, God, whatever it is that you are connected to, about a situation and a person. It feels hard to believe. You don't want to come off, I'm hearing, as crazy or weird or awkward by bringing this to this person. But it feels like this is a conversation that needs to be brought up. Even if you don't come out directly and say whatever this thing is, finding some type of leeway in the conversation to get around it enough where you're tapping into this topic is needed. Because it feels like it's a loop of this information that's constantly coming in. A part of you does not want to believe it about this person or this situation, and I'm hearing it's hindering your progress possibly in something of what's going on with the situation when you're not around, behind closed doors. And I saw a visual of like people kind of talking about someone behind their back. So I don't know if you feel like this person, it feels possibly co-worker type energy, but I'm feeling more family, friend type thing. It could be a combination, maybe somebody you know that you work with, that you're cool with outside of work. I'm not sure. But it feels like there's possibly some sabotage, even if it's not physically through like actions, but through speaking possibly, that is maybe making it hard for a door to open up for you. Maybe it's an opportunity, maybe it's a position. I'm not sure. But there's a conversation that needs to be had, and there is a call to, and I'm seeing someone pointing like direct and firm, you know what you know. So if you need to maybe write about it, journal about it, just to get the charge off and what it is that's coming to you, so you can maybe speak more clearly about it and not going around in circles, like repeating certain things, I'm feeling like. So maybe writing it out first to get some clarity on what it looks like, and reading that out. But either way, the conversation needs to be had. You don't have to be upset about it. You can be calm. Yeah. And it feels like even by having this conversation, some things are going to shift. I heard this, and I don't, I'm just going to say it how it came through. Like, by having this conversation with someone, there's like this person saying to themselves, to you, I'm not sure, probably more to themselves, or thinking is, you're not as weak as you look or seem. I'm going to jump in this and say, I don't like that is an objective thing. So I don't want you to feel like you are. But it's more of, by you having this conversation, it's going to shift someone's perspective and energy towards you. And maybe even shut them up a little bit. Now, also having discernment, because if this person is doing these things, talking about you or whatever, self-sabotaging you, even having some discernment if this is someone that you spend a lot of time with, if you get a little personal with in your conversations or whatever, I don't know, maybe having some discernment about bringing that back, like keeping things professional. Or if they're a friend or family member, maybe not sharing as much with them or spending as much time. You have to decide what's best for you. Okay. Okay, I don't need that pile. What pile next? Okay, I'm getting called to my essential oil deck. So what essential oils, blends, etc. can help support pile 2 in this situation when it comes to trust. Anything else? 1 or 2 more to give them options. I'm hearing these 2. Not the one on the bottom. Okay. Any more? Ooh, crap. Okay. I don't think if it pops back out. Well. Okay. I'm gonna grab that in a second. Okay, so far we have 3. Okay, first, and this is from the doTERRA essential oil line, because this is a blend name. The blend name is Focus. The free energy is empowered. The trigger statement, I don't want to be here. True statement, I am exactly where I need to be. You are ready to allow the energy from the divine and Mother Earth to fuel you as you fulfill your potential here. It felt like an energy as I was reading this, the trigger and the true statement this is a situation like you're being called to because it's an opportunity to grow and expand your ability to honor your truth, to step into your power, to deal with conflict or whatever it may be. So there's like a desire maybe to run away, hide, or not deal with it, but also, which you have your choice however you choose to deal with it. But there is an invitation to use a situation to expand yourself. Okay. The other oil is Siberian fir. The energy or frequency is of acceptance. Trigger statement, we must remember. True statement, I am free of the habits that do not serve me. Lay down the armor passed down to you from your family. Release habits that are not serving you and forgive on behalf of generations past. I'm getting an energy habit of staying silent, of just kind of dealing with things. And as I'm looking at the Siberian fir, I'm seeing a tree, and it's like almost like your backbone, your back, like it strengthens where you have this, not like rooted in like a tree, but like the trunk, how strong it is, how straight it literally just gives you more of a ability to move with purpose, ability to walk with your chest open and head up with confidence in your own inner strength and stability. Other one is Lang Lang. I love this oil. I mean, I love this oil too, but Lang Lang is, ooh. Okay, the energy or vibe is Awaken. Trigger statement, I don't know what to do. True statement, every moment is a new opportunity. Oh, that's hilarious. Take time today to engage your senses and create. The tension that has been dividing your head and heart is leaving. Yeah, just honor your own intuition and when it comes through. As you start to honor that, you will feel more clear. You will feel more unified within yourself. And like I mentioned, more confident, more open, more expanded. And it's going to ripple out into other things in your life. So, and yeah, you can do, I'm seeing the thing of creating, kind of like what I said, write it down, get it out of your head. And then just approach this from a place of love for yourself, love for others. Like, people are where they're at in their journey, and some people, they aren't as aware of certain things and how their actions affects others. So it's like having some grace. And moving on. Okay, I got 2 more, and that'll be it. Wanted to pop out. So these are just options. You can tap into any of these. You can tap into all of them. It's up to you. So the topic is will. The inner and the essential oil is ginger. Trigger statement: I am a victim. Truth statement: I am powerful beyond measure. Okay, ginger. You are strong and capable. With gratitude, optimism, and action, manifest the life you desire. Yep, that already is explained. I kind of just said that in a way. So last one is the uplifting blend. Topic or theme: cheerful. Trigger statement: I am powerless. Truth statement: I am excited to see what the future brings. The future is bright. Enjoy knowing that your optimism today fuels your amazing tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, it really just reinforced what I said. Like, literally approaching this situation with love, openness, seeing this as an opportunity to expand yourself, to grow. You don't need to be angry about it. Like, you can just, and if you are, I mean, it's a way to work through your anger and things like that, so you're not kind of talking at someone, but you're talking to someone. You might need a second yourself just to kind of collect yourself before you do this. But yeah, okay, anything else? Angels and guides. Any messages for pile you wanted to come out for pile 2 on the topic of trust? That's it. Okay. Compassion. Yep, compassion for yourself, compassion for others. I'm kind of going to leave that. That's self-explanatory, kind of what we were saying. I'm seeing someone taking a soothing self-love bath, though. That is coming up. I'm going to say that. Maybe taking a self-love bath. Some roses or some flowers. You could do a little milk and a little honey for a little sweetness. But yeah, having compassion for yourself and compassion for others. Last thing, we're going to look at forms of self-care to help when it comes to this situation. And then energy of trust for pile 2. And it feels like the self-care is more for after you have this conversation to help you kind of regulate. Okay. Main self-care. Oh, pleasure. Okay. I don't know if that can show, but this is more of a physical pleasure type thing. We're going to put that off to the side for now and create art. Okay. So those are both kind of self-explanatory. Now, the pleasure one, that is more of a physical pleasure type thing, whether it's with yourself or someone else. But you can also do this. What other ways can you create intimacy with yourself? Can you tap into your senses? Is it having a clean space? And like the self-love bath, what I was thinking about. Can you do like a body massage with a nicely scented oil that you like after this session to help ground your body in? Can you get a massage? Can you, if you have like silk clothes or pajamas or something, can you have like a self-care night where you drink a beautiful, nourishing tea, eat a great meal, take this loving bath, massage your skin, and let your body just ground into this experience and expansion and honoring yourself? So, and create art. Anything else? Nope, that's it. All right. Thank you, pile 2. We're gonna move on to pile 3 now. Alrighty, pile number 3. Okay, so this is your main theme when it comes to the topic of trust. Love. Aw, that's so pretty. I am being called to all of this red right now. It's making me think of like literally I got Valentine's Day. I just heard the song, is it love, is it love, is it love, is it love that I'm feeling? I'm getting like butterflies in the stomach type, ooh, it's someone I like. It's fresh, it's new, I'm excited about it type energy. But I just heard, and we don't want it to be in a sense of like bringing you down or raining on your parade, but I just heard and I saw a hand slow down. Okay, I know what this is about. This is around attachment, feels like. For some people, maybe you get attached too quickly to others when you get to know them. And it feels like almost like you start to sacrifice the things that you need to do, or your goals, parts of your schedule, things like that, to make time for this other person or the things that they want to do. And in the process, you start to get off track of what is aligned for you. So basically losing yourself in another person. I'm getting I'm hearing love is great. Like, it is beautiful that you are able to tap into your emotions at this level in depth. But there's a call for a little bit of discernment and patience to allow things to unfold a little bit more farther into the situation before you start to commit more, is kind of what I'm getting. It feels like, now, okay, let me ask Spirit, is this specifically for a particular person now that someone from Pile 3 is thinking about, or is this in general? Both. Well, I guess it makes sense. It's multiple people. So for some people, this is something, a current situation. For some people, this is just in general. And if this applies in general, you know if you get attached too quickly, if you give too much too quickly, for some people, maybe not. Okay, I'm hearing. For some people, you think it's always the other person. Like, they tend to ghost you or end things kind of early, and you're like, what is the problem? I'm here, I'm trying to give all this love away and everything else, which is great. And at the same time, there's not, in a sense, let me make this clear so it's coming through, not in a sense to filter or dim you and what you have to offer, but making sure that this person is honestly worthy of that, is aligned with you and compatible with you, and not only worthy, but they have the capacity to receive this. And as you're giving this thing, as you're offering your love in this way through certain actions or things, also make sure that you're doing it in a way that you are not detracting from the main things that you have going on in your life, basically. So if you're someone that, say, you're usually, when you're not in a relationship, you're usually very good about cooking healthy home meals, or getting your workouts in, or going visiting family, or reading, or having, like, honoring your night skincare, beauty, nutrition routine, anything like that, or something else, or creating art. As soon as you get in a relationship, you start to fall off. Like, instead of, oh, I go to the gym 3-5 times a week, now I'm jumping down to 1 or 2, and some weeks I don't even get there, or I rarely see my family anymore, or I'm like, oh, you know what, I don't feel like doing my skincare routine tonight, or whatever, or my nutrition, or cooking a meal, I'm just going to order out. If you notice the pattern of when you start to get in a relationship with someone, these things fall off, not because of anything else going on in your life, but because of this person in your life now. A part of you has started to center them in your world, put them on a pedestal, versus having a balance of like, okay, this is nice, so how can I make space for this person while still honoring my needs and still progressing in life in a way that I am not sacrificing my well-being in any way, shape, or form? Because, no, okay, not gonna say, okay. So I'm gonna leave that statement there. So yeah, so there's just a call to have some more clarity, more patience for the process to unfold before you jump all the way in, basically. Okay, and asking the question, does this person add to my peace? That's another thing too. When you deal with this person, Is there chaos? Is there confusion? Like in your mind, is there overwhelm because you're trying to figure things out? Also, it's important to have people that intentions are clear from you and from them, individually and as a unit. Okay, and asking yourself, how would you like this relationship to look, taking those things into consideration that I mentioned. So, okay. Okay. Let's see. What is it that pile 3 needs to surrender? That's it. Okay. When it comes to trust, surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Okay. Kind of similar, kind of a little different, but being more patient, not jumping all in, things like that. Give things time and see how they unfold. And yeah, focus on your own power. Continue, to focus on you and what you have going on in your life. Let others come to you, making sure that they are worthy, that they're aligned, that they're compatible. Okay. What essential oils will be beneficial in supporting pile 3 when it comes to trust? And this topic came up. I gotta check the time when I finish this part, because I have an appointment to get to. But I wanted to. It's done. Ooh, hold on now. Okay. Okay. Oh, geez. I don't know why I keep getting multiple cards for you when I'm trying to. Okay, I'm gonna just put those to the side for now. Okay. So, for the theme of compassion, we have the essential oil rose. Trigger statement: I am unlovable. True statement: I am love. Your heart is healing and expanding with love. Spend time showering yourself with that love, and then share with others. We have the theme of evolution. Melaleuca, which is also tea tree oil, for those that don't know. Trigger statement is things will never change. True statement: I attract only what is for my highest good. The imbalances and relationships that have been keeping you down are no longer needed. You are ready to transform. Okay. I was getting, as I was reading, especially the rose, that maybe this desire to overattach has to do with wounds around worthiness, not feeling lovable, worthy of love, things like that. And it feels like some past stuff too. I don't know if it's childhood or what, but it feels like some past stuff too. So the way you desire to be treated and to be in a relationship, start to do those things for yourself. If you desire to be taken out on dates, take yourself out on a date. Do the things that you would like someone to do for you. Because it's like almost like this, it feels like almost this desire to be loved in this way so much that I'm giving all of this in hopes that you will give this back to me even a little bit. And it's like, no, like I'm seeing this like hands. No, that's not how it should be. You are worthy and deserving of love and being loved and supported and taken care of as you are now, without the need to overgive, to sacrifice, things like that. A relationship should be a harmonious flow of energy and actions and loving words and things like that. So love yourself, start to do the things for yourself and that you would desire, and maybe start to do some reflection work on why is it that I feel like this, or feel the need to constantly overgive. Things will never change. I attract only to my highest good. The imbalance of the relationship has been keeping down. Okay, yeah. So I already kind of mentioned that, being unbalanced. So I'm kind of going to leave that one. We have Copaba. I do not think I said that right. But Copal, basically. The energy frequency of worthy. Trigger statement: I am ashamed. True statement: I am cherished. There are connections to ancestral and childhood memories that are ready to be healed. Oh, wow. Allow divine light to shine within. Spirit, come through. So, I mean, kind of like I had mentioned, possibly some childhood stuff or other stuff, and it could also be, like I mentioned, ancestral. So, You could work with that too. And like I said, copal is also copal, C-O-P-A-L. It's a resin, basically, that can be used in skincare. More traditionally, it's used in like smudging, clearing the space energetically, things like that. I first encountered it years ago when I did a sweat lodge, and oh my gosh, it smells so amazing. There are different varieties of it too, but this is the essential oil, so you can work with that as the essential oil, as the resin, things like that. Melaleuca, typically you just get it in a tea. I think you can get the herb, but it's very hard because I've looked for it to get just the herb for it. Usually it's easier to find it as the essential oil. And then rose. You can work with rose in so many ways. You can do the essential oil, you can do rose spray or hydrosol. You can get edible roses for your teas, foods, things like that. You can get rose tincture, like you can rose body oil. So yeah, so these are the things. These are possibles. I'm gonna see them anyway. Okay, this one. I don't really feel like that one. I'll mention it anyway since I kind of showed it on camera. Jasmine. For some people that might be aligned, I don't feel like so much. It was a possible pull, but for somebody it might be, maybe just one person or two people. For the theme of passion, trigger statement, I am scared. Truth statement, when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. Reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. Okay, so actually it kind of makes sense. As I'm reading it, it's like, yeah, if it's so easy for you to get attached to others, maybe for some of you all, it's something that like a passion project or something that can really kind of get you excited, that it would be good to jump into. Not in a way to escape and not deal with the emotions and the energies like I mentioned, but as a way to help keep you rooted within yourself. And then celery seed, the theme of cleanse. Trigger statement, there is no answer. True statement, I am the answer. The aligned outcome for you is simple, but not necessarily easy. Commit your goals to heart each day and know every single action will take you closer to them. Yeah, stand focused. Okay, anything else? Did I pull from here? No, I did not. Okay. My eye was going to the angels and guides deck. That's it. Okay. We have intuition and downloads. Oh, this is the first time this has come up, but I just saw journey work and I saw shamanic journey work. Okay, and then I'm being called back to whichever one of these mentioned ancestral, the Kopaba. For some people, this might have a deep ancestral root. Like I think I mentioned this already. I don't know if it was this pile. No, it was actually a different pile. So if another pile called out to you, you might be connected. But it feels like there's an ancestral root here around these actions of overgiving, feeling unworthy or unlovable, things like that. So I heard specifically shamanic and journey work. So for some people that might be beneficial for you to look into. I would say any type of energy worker or plant medicine worker, whatever, make sure somebody that you feel safe and trusted with and that they are of integrity. That's important. Yeah, and allow your own knowing to come through. When you start to kind of maybe do some reflection work, you might get some interesting downloads of information that come through on why this is this or whatever it may be. Okay, last deck. Self-care for pile 3 when it comes to this topic of trust in this specific situation around overgiving, love, attachment, things like that. I don't need those. Okay, these are different options. Create art. Get focused. Hydrate. Burning bowl ritual. And sing. Okay, this sing came through in a way of, oh, what is that card? Here we go. Surrender to non-action. Literally, I just saw the words, let others come to you, flash. So it's not necessarily singing to do that, but like, let your light be shown, honor yourself, and on your journey, you're naturally going to be noticed and attract others. So still make sure they're compatible, aligned, things like that, and worthy, and have the capacity to hold what you have to offer. But allow yourself just to enjoy the journey, and you will be, as you start to do that and honor yourself more, you're naturally going to start to connect with others, and others are going to be attracted and come in. Burning bowl ritual. Okay, I just saw specifically mention like maybe doing a burning letter on literally the names of exes or people you've dealt with. And in a way of like letting go of the cords, because it feels like a part of you energetically is still with them. So I'm gonna say calling your power back. Ooh, shamanic journey work. Okay, calling your power back, soul fragments, things like that, but also writing things down around these situations and burning them to let them go and clear the energy. Hydrate. Honor your body's needs. I don't know if someone is into tattoos or something. My attention is being called to these, but and sometimes sacred symbols. Is that the Merkaba? I'm seeing the Merkaba, and then the what is that? The Tantra. Crap. What is that called? My mind, I'm having a blank, but basically when you have like Sanskrit words into an image, and they're made into a particular image to signify something. So sacred symbols is coming up. Let me just say that. And Archangel Metatron, I just heard, so I don't know if anybody works with him. Create art. I'm being called to this symbol again too. So I don't, like I said, I don't know if somebody's into tattoos here, thinking about something around tattoos, or they just into sacred symbols. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Anything else for pile number 3? Nope, that's it. Okay, wishing you the best for pile 3. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the SRT. All right, we're going to get started for the SRT. I've already done the prep work for myself and those that will be tuning into this session. So to start off, let's kind of check what is the positive energy held on the topic of trust. 80, and what is the negative energy held on the topic of trust? 30. Oh, that's pretty decent. Okay. All right, where are we going first? Is that 17? Yes, okay. First I want to chart 17. Where are we going? Desire to reestablish programs. Where else? Or anywhere else? Nope. All right. Let's please clear any blocks. And any downloads is necessary. I'm feeling also, let's go ahead and clear any DNA trailers, etc. Any energetic residue. I'm feeling a message. It looks for everyone, but it feels like pile 3, because I just heard that song. Is it love? Is it love again? Trust the process. There's nothing wrong with you. You're beautiful and perfect as you are. Just allowing, I guess it's more of a mindset shift. It's not so much that it's something wrong with me. It's more of like, what changes can I implement in my life and how I approach situations and relationships that allow me to be able to show up more fully, more loving, more joyful, more peaceful, and with more clarity, basically. It's kind of what this feels like. Okay. else are we going? Is that 27? Yes, okay. Chart 27, learning is fun. This one hasn't popped up in a minute. Okay, where are we going? Ascension is the purpose. Anywhere else? Nope. All right. Let's clear any blocks to understanding it and downloading a better understanding of ascension is the purpose. Pile 2, okay. For everyone, but more specifically pile 2. Okay, what is it? It's okay to desire to be a better version of yourself, but not sacrificing your needs and allowing others to push past your boundaries as the cost. It's kind of what it feels like. Okay. Anywhere else? Is this not on the charts? Yeah, okay. So not on the charts. So what is it? Okay, downloading the frequency of love, acceptance of others and self as you are. Of knowing that you're enough, you're whole as you are. Anything else is just extra. Anything, choices that we make to grow and expand is more extra. It just opens us up to more possibility and opportunities in this world. But as you are, as you came, you are enough. You are worthy of love and support, being seen, being heard, being honored and appreciated. I'm getting that message. Who is this for? It feels like a blend of, could be people from pile 1 and 3. But maybe getting like a checkup, medical checkup. There may be some stuff going on possibly with the liver, sluggish liver, gallbladder, pancreas, something like that. I just saw gallstones. Tapping into the key or chi or life force in your body. Like I'm seeing someone tapping on the lower back of their right and left lower back areas, like where the kidneys are at. I'm seeing somebody tapping on that. Also maybe looking into things like Tai Chi or Qigong. Those are ways to move and manipulate energy in the body. It also is good for bringing about more intentionality in how you kind of move about your day, your life. And then helps tap you kind of into the energy in your being, in your body. But I'm hearing that drinking more water. Maybe that's where the hydration came from too. The hydration, self-care. Drinking more water. Also, and I'm seeing corn silk. Corn silk is a diuretic. It's used sometimes to help to flush out the kidneys. You usually take it as like a tea. So I'm just gonna say, in general, when it comes to kidneys, livers, pancreas, gallbladder, stuff like that, maybe just kind of give yourself a little extra love, possibly get a checkup to make sure everything's okay. hydrate. Things that I know offhand for like the liver. The liver usually holds the energy of anger. The kidneys, what is kidneys? Is it sadness? I forgot the kidneys, but you can look up the energetics, like the emotions that are usually held by the kidneys, liver, pancreas, and gallbladder. But I know for sure off the top of my head, anger is the one usually held by the liver. The liver has an ability to regenerate itself. Usually, I don't know how long that process takes or anything, but I'm getting, it may be good to focus on those organs. The liver typically likes bitter greens, as far as it's really good for helping the liver process different components of food, toxins, things like that in your body. Bitter melon, I'm hearing mustard greens, chard, things like that, but bitter greens would probably be nice for you to work with. The liver loves that. Let me say this. If this is resonating with you and you feel like maybe you need a lifestyle change for your liver health or kidney health or something else, I would not suggest, now I'm not a medical professional, so this is only invitations, do your own research, find out what's right for you, but I would not suggest you automatically just jump from, hey, I eat fast food and sugar and drink alcohol all the time, to, oh, I'm just gonna completely not drink it at all, take all of these overload your body with bitter greens, garlic, whatever it is that would be good for your system. I mean, it's good too, but I would say start slow so your body can slowly transition, because a thing that can happen when you start to detox and heal your body, sometimes it's what's called a healing crisis, which is sometimes you've given your body the push to release all of these toxins that the body releases so many toxins at once into the blood that it overwhelms the body, and it creates flu-like symptoms, other things too, and where the body has to kind of reabsorb some of that if you don't have a healthy way for it to eliminate it. So I would say start slow and intentional. Like, of course, if you don't, if you've been someone who's been drinking a lot or eating a lot of sugar, if you want to do on that end, if you want to just stop in cold turkey with intention, honoring your own body's needs, and then starting slow with adding stuff in, sure. But as far as adding in a whole bunch of stuff that might be good for you at once might be too much for your system. So the biggest thing that's coming through, and I would say in general, drinking more water, making sure you're hydrated, giving yourself things to make sure your vitamins and mineral levels are balanced, your electrolytes are. So even with water, you can always have too much of a good thing. This isn't a scare thing. This is, for example, it is possible to internally drown yourself by drinking too much water at once without something to balance your electrolytes. I mean, it will take an extreme amount. I don't even know how much, but say for instance, if you drink a couple gallons or a liter or some of water a day, I mean, probably more than a liter, but you will be fine. Just say, and some of that water, maybe put some good quality sea salt, like a pinch of sea salt in a liter or half a gallon jug or something. You're not just taking in pure water, because what happens is if you take too much without balancing out your electrolytes, it dilutes the electrolytes in your body and your body becomes unbalanced. And if you do it to such a high degree, that can happen. That's an extreme example, but I'm just saying that to say you can do too much of a good thing. But just starting out, getting your recommended cups of water a day, maybe putting in some light movement if you need, walking or something that's not too intense on the body, but allows you to slowly start to build up your body's cardio strength, muscular strength, whatever it is specific to you, things like that. Maybe if you're doing bitter greens for, say, the liver, adding in a little bit at a time. So if you do green smoothies, or if you decide to try that, maybe a green smoothie with a little bit of bitter greens. And I will say with greens, this is the last thing because I feel like this is coming through a lot, but with greens, make sure you rotate them. So say for instance, I wouldn't do spinach every day for 3 or 4 weeks in a row. Rotate it, like maybe a different week you do another one, or every couple of days you swap it out. Just like certain things like legumes, beans, stuff like that, they have certain chemicals on them. Like that's why it's good to soak them. Greens can have what's called oxalates. So rotating your greens helps your body basically and not build up certain things. So anywho, okay. What else? But yeah, you can easily just look into whole foods, eating, or there are other different types of diets that you can do. Like for instance, I am a mix. I'm not vegetarian anymore. I was for like almost like the last 10 years. Or not almost, for like the last 10 years. I've recently started back eating fish this last year. And like I do bone broth and stuff. But for the most part, I've been vegetarian, raw vegan for the last decade or so. But for my body specifically, I'm playing around with different things. I'm feeling the call to go back to more raw vegan. It's what I'm feeling like. So, like I said, it's a process. I'm playing around with it. So you have to learn what your body needs. Okay, is that infinite counsel? Yes, okay. Can we update, upgrade, educate, elevate the infinite counsel for those that this is for? So bringing in the minimum number of members for the maximum effect, and so that they will be able to support them in their journey moving forward. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. Anywhere else? Oh, is that healing by father, mother, grandfather? Yes. Okay. Please apply. Healing by father, mother, grandfather. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I've been up, I think it's like 2 something now in the afternoon. I've been kind of up since 5 something, and I've been doing different things today. So after I make this, I'm actually gonna take me a nap, and then I gotta get back up. And actually probably like an hour and a half after I finish this and lay down. And I got some stuff to do. Is that 18? Yes, okay, I'm gonna go to 18. Higher level blocks, okay. Blocks from the council within 2,000 levels, anything else? Blocks from God over Sun, okay. Blocks from God over, anything else? If not, give me a no, please. No, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and clear transmute downloads necessary. I don't know who this is for, but I just saw a visual. Ooh. A visual of someone like playing and skipping, like frolicking, as they say, just out, just having fun, just random stuff outside. There's an invitation to do that, to have some fun, to get outside and have some fun. For some people to be seen having fun, because you're going to inspire others. I'm gonna just let whoever that's for, is who that's for. Okay. Ooh, that is strong. Is that extra souls? Yes. Can we please clear those extra souls? And I'm feeling, let's also bring in how do I say this? Layer of extra protection. to just to help to prevent or decrease the chances of these extra souls coming back and attaching themselves. Yeah, for some people, a veil is needed. Okay. Anywhere else? Is this creator? Okay, same thing. Can we update, upgrade, educate, elevate, etc. for the creator consciousness? Same thing, minimum number of members, maximum effect. They're able to support them on their path moving forward. I'm yawning a lot, but it's the energy moving through here, me processing this energy that's moving through, because I wasn't this much before. Is this healing again? Actually, no. Is this 31? Yeah, okay. I'm like, oh, no, that didn't feel like healing again. Oh, right. Where are we going? Okay, anywhere else? We got Mind of Spirit, Archer Prince, anything else? Archer Prince again. Okay, is this complete? Okay, let's go ahead and clear. Okay, where are we going? Is this not on the charts again? Okay. Not on the charts, okay. Is that pile number 1? Okay, I just heard for someone for pile number 1 and pile number 3, if you were drawn to it but you did not listen to it, or you did but you were not fully paying attention, to possibly, if you have time to go back, there's a message, something important that you missed. Okay. Anything else? That's strong. Is that 6B? No, is that the subconscious mind? Okay. All right, we're gonna try 3. Where are we going? Okay. Which one? No, okay. The second astral body for the subconscious. Okay, is it just a clear? Okay, never mind. We're clearing. Okay. And downloading. It feels like downloading an understanding of how we're all connected and mirrors for each other and reflections. All right. Ooh. Okay. Anything else on chart 3? No? Okay. Siamese souls. Yes, please clear. Okay, I don't know why I'm being told to light my sage. Got one more too. That's what I forgot to get. I forgot to get some more sage or not. No, I don't have any more sticks, but I do have some sage bundles. That's why I didn't get any more at the store today. But okay, I'm just gonna let the sage go through for a second. Feel free to allow yourself to be open and receive the energetics of this sage, the cleansing, creating space in your being, in your body, your mind, and your spirit, in your heart space, thinking about the smoke moving through you from the crown of your head all the way down to the soles of your feet, and just allowing it to clear and cleanse. Okay, all right. Okay, that was interesting. All right, anything else? Is this beyond looping? Yeah. Okay, are we able to clear that? Yes, okay, please clear. Beyond looping. Any downloads is necessary too to help support those receiving this and breaking that loop for good if it's not for their highest good and not aligned for them. I'm seeing someone walking and exercising, downloading that energy and frequency. Okay, all right, anything else? Forces of light. Same thing. Please upgrade, educate, elevate. Oh, I forgot my train of thought. Spirit, you know what I mean. Can we please upgrade and etc. the forces of light, consciousness, to support those moving forward in their life? Getting a little sleepy. Okay. Is this the I am? Okay, same thing. Just so you know what to do for the I am consciousness. Let's go ahead and do it for the Holy Spirit, High Council, Council of Seven, Masters, Angels of Light, Guardian Angels, Guides, the Infinite Counselor, Godhead. Also, since all the different consciousnesses are coming up, let's go ahead and do it for all of them. Or which ones are aligned, as different ones might be for different people. Okay, I feel like we're getting close to the end. Oh, never, we are at the end. This is mop up, I'm hearing. Okay, we're mopping up. I didn't do my one word, but that's okay. We'll do it in a second. I think I'm gonna start intentionally doing that at the beginning, at least for the word that we're clearing the frequency. Because usually after that, I think I will want to mop up after again, just to make sure. Okay, What is our main energy that we are clearing, that was cleared in the foundation of this? Is that unworthiness? Yes, okay, let's do another quick sweep, cleanse of unworthiness. Okay, so we don't have to. Shoot, okay, should I do another mop up? No, okay, so we're good actually. All right, now that we're towards the end, what is the positive energy now that is held on trust? 100, and what is the negative energy held on trust? 0. Beautiful. And last thing, what are we downloading in place of unworthiness? Okay, is that purpose or desire? Desire. All right. Ooh, trust. I'm trusting it. Just like the thing. Just like the topic. I'm hearing the desire for something better for myself. All right, I heard we are complete. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The session is done. Thank you to my high self, the high selves of those that received this healing, as well as any other guides and spirit that came through, any other energies. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I close the session with love, gratitude, and intention. It is done. Probably shouldn't have did that on camera. I apologize if that was a little loud. I'll do that off camera next time. But this session is complete. So if this was beneficial for you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know. And yeah, blessings.